Hello and welcome back to Invincible Asia. I'm George Clark and today I get to check out the Shout Factory Blu-ray box set collection of Hong Kong Gamblers and Gangsters, released as part of their Hong Kong Cinema Classics. Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, ring the bell and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia. So, continuing on extremely quickly with numbers 8 to 13 on their Hong Kong Cinema Classics range, Shout Factory have released this gorgeous box set of Hong Kong Gamblers and Gangsters. But what excites me more so is this stunning artwork from Japanese artist Po Min. I mean, I just love this guy's work. It is incredible. He's done art pieces for quite a number of labels all around the world, and my collection of his stuff is getting more and more, and I'm very, very happy with this one. It just looks absolutely beautiful. If you want to see more of his work, you can check out the likes of Vinegar Syndrome and others, but also go through the channel and see what's there. You'll start to recognize the style, and it is amazing. This is beautiful, definitely one of my faves, and the selection of movies included in this box set, he is really captured here on the front. They are Casino Tycoon 1 and 2, Challenge of the Gamesters, Destiny's Champion, Godfather from Canton, and Loving You. Pretty much all falling under the Shaw Brothers banner, but part of the Hong Kong Cinema Classics. Numbers 8 to 13. I can't believe how fast Shout Factory are dishing these out, but it is amazing. It's making me incredibly broke, I have to say, and December is going to kill me because it's even worse. But I'm very excited to finally have this in my collection. Now, on the back you can see it is laid out just like they have done with all the other Hong Kong Cinema Classic releases there, and I can't wait to add this to the shelf. I really can't. What do we got here? Special features. It just says newly translated subtitles, new audio commentaries, new interviews, and celestial trailers. So of course each of the discs will give us a full breakdown, very much like their Shaw Brothers Classics releases there. But yeah, let me get stuck in and let me share this with you just one more time. It is gorgeous, absolutely loving it, well done, and again, cannot wait to see more of his work gracing these covers. It is just fabulous. Region A, of course, I need to point that out. If you don't have a multi-region player and you are UK based or Ireland based, you really need to double check that you can play these releases before you pick them up. Okay, let's get stuck in and see what's inside. So the first box gives us Casino Tycoon 1 and 2, two films written, produced and directed by Wong Yu in 1992. Two movies that I'm very excited to have because I did initially buy the 88 Films Blu-ray release of Casino Tycoon Part 1, but they never did release the sequel, which really upset me because of course it's left on a cliffhanger. It tells the tale of Macau billionaire Stanley Ho, although Andy Lau's character in this is named Benny Ho, from what I can remember. So yes, Andy Lau leads the way. You also have Chingmy there, Alex Mann and Joey Wong, as well as a host of other familiar faces. Yuen Bun delivers the action whenever there is some, but it is more drama based. But I really enjoyed the first one, so I've got big hopes for the second here. In terms of special features with Casino Tycoon, we've got new audio commentary by David West, Money Makes Macau, an interview with academic and author Dr. Victor Van, new Lisbon on the South China Seas, an interview with Macanese historian Dr. Helena Lopez, and a celestial trailer. With part 2, we have audio commentary with David West again, a new interview called Fame and Fortune with James Mudge on actress Chingmy, and a new interview called Gambling with Success with Frank Zheng, plus a celestial trailer also. Very, very happy. Let's get stuck in though and see what is inside. Nicely done there, very, very simple, and hopefully if I slide this cover out, yes, it is double-sided, thankfully. So there's the full spread of the cover and the artwork there, of course, as you can see, and inside a shot from the movie, which is just fantastic. But yeah, I really had a good time with part 1. I've just been dying to see part 2 for some time, so now I've got the chance. I'll definitely be watching these first, of course. In the second box, we have Challenge of the Gamesters and Destiny's Champion. Now, Challenge of the Gamesters, another Wong Yu film, actually his directorial debut from 1981, and the first film he would have made an appearance in also. Of course, under the Shaw Brothers banner, as I say, but Wong Yu would lead the way in here, along with Patrick Che, Nicholas Che's dad. Chen Quan Tai is in there, Melvin Wong, and they have some amazingly fun action from Yun Chung Yan. It is fantastic. Now, I know this because I have seen Challenge of the Gamesters as part of this God of Gamblers box set from Spectrum Films. A beautiful, beautiful release. Please go and watch my unboxing for this. It is a stunning box set, honestly. Just no English subtitles, that's the problem. So I have watched the movie, but without English subtitles. Now I have the chance. Thank God. Then we have Destiny's Champion from 1984, written and directed by the amazing Sun Chung, of course the director behind the likes of Avenging Eagle, the Kung Fu Instructor, To Kill a Mastermind, and of course Human Lanterns. So what's not to love? You know you're in for a treat with this one. Of course, Ti Lung does return to star in this, which is incredible. You've also got the likes of Jimmy Luke, Chen Ke-ying, Su Sa, and Chung Hing Leung, I think is his name, who makes his debut as the young fighter. I think it's also known as like the old man and the kid or something like that. But yeah, I'm very excited to check that out. Special features with this though, with Challenge of the Gamesters, we have audio commentary with James Mudge, and then a piece called, Gamblers and Gangsters poster gallery, that's it. Plus a Celestial trailer. For Destiny's Champion, audio commentary with James Mudge again. And then a new interview with Wayne Wong called Champion of the Silver Screen. Wayne Wong on actor Ti Lung, who I just adore, probably my favourite Shaw Brothers star. And a Celestial trailer. Fantastic. Cannot wait to watch both of those. Now on the last box we have got Godfather from Canton and Loving You, which is an interesting choice for this collection, but I am pretty excited about it. Godfather from Canton is a 1982 movie from director Koi Chi Hung, who directed the likes of Bamboo House of Dolls, Hex, Killer Constable, so I've got high hopes for it, without a doubt. Stars Gordon Liu and Ku Feng, but it's one I've never ever seen before, and of course having those 2 stars does give me high hopes. Loving You though is different. It's from 1995 from director Johnny To, stars Lau Ching-wan, Sean Lau. But yeah, I know nothing about it. A bit of a crime drama, that's about all I know. But Carmen Lee is also in there, and Yoon Bun does deliver the action, and although I'm not too sure how much of it there is. In terms of special features though, with Godfather from Canton, we have got new audio commentary with James Mudge and a Celestial trailer. That's it. With Loving You, audio commentary from James Mudge, Romantic Reflections, an interview with screenwriter Yao Nai Hoi, New for the Love of To, an interview with author and critic David West on Johnny To, and a Celestial trailer. That's it, pretty much. In a nutshell, I can't wait to check out all of these. As I say, I've seen a couple of them, but not all, and it's going to be great to get back to the ones that I have seen. But yeah, that's it for now. I'm going to go check out everything that's in here, come right back though, and let you know just what I think. So just back after checking out the Shout Factory Blu-ray box set of Hong Kong Gamblers and Gangsters, and what a collection of movies, all very different in their own ways. And to be honest, I think everything there made sense except for Loving You. It was a very different movie altogether in comparison to the rest. Still loved it, fantastic. Johnny To of course behind that, but I had a great time with each of these. I think for me, probably the one that was most disappointing, although I didn't hate it, was Destiny's Champion. I mean, I was expecting a full-on fight fest, given who the director was, and also starring the amazing T. Leung there. But no, it takes some time before there's any type of action, and then it's really just down to that last fight. This is very much a crime and drama driven piece with gangsters and stuff. And that's, I mean, it's not, I'm not dissing it. It was still enjoyable enough. It just wasn't what I was expecting. So let's see, Casino Tycoon 1 and 2. Fabulous to finally complete that story and to see that sequel. Watching them back to back kind of gives you this 4-hour epic, or just slightly over 4 hours, but a 4-hour epic on this story of Stanley Ho, or Benny Ho, as Andy Lau plays him in the movie there. All the prints were stunning. I mean, they looked absolutely glorious. I had no complaints about that whatsoever. I didn't even bother comparing the Idiot Films Blu-ray release to this, because quite often than not, they're very much the same as. Anything is a wee bit more modern, or I mean, that's quite a few years old now, the Idiot Films one, so this probably does have a wee bit more of an upgrade, to be honest there, but still, they all looked fabulous. Now, in terms of extra features, everything except Godfather of Canton had something on there. They of course all have their celestial trailers, and they all have their audio commentaries. I didn't do any audio commentaries this time. I really just didn't have the time to go through those. But it gives me a good excuse to go back and watch them all again, just especially when I'm reviewing them for my website there. But with Casino Tycoon, as you can see behind me, the menus are all the same, highlighting Pu Chimin's incredible artwork here. Beautifully done. The color is just leaping off there, and the only thing you'll see changed here is the title. As with most Shout Factory box sets, you will see this, of course. But the bonus features with this first Casino Tycoon was Money Makes Macau, Victor Van on the true story of Casino Tycoon, but also Stanley himself. And it was quite an interesting piece, because they are quite fascinating movies. They're not action-packed, but there's definitely more action than I remembered, especially in the first one. But collectively, as a 4-hour piece, it's a really interesting story. So Victor Van spends about 13 minutes or so taking us back through the true story of this billionaire, I suppose, of Macau, and his story as to how he climbed to be the man he was, and why people are making movies about him, I suppose. You also have Lisbon on South China Sea. Now this is a 21-minute and probably a wee bit overly long 21-minute piece with Helena Lopez on the history of Macau and how it became this kind of gambling hub of Asia, of course, there. It's interesting enough if you're into that kind of thing. I'll never need to go back to it. Then on Casino Tycoon Part 2, you have Fame and Fortune with James Mudge, runs for about 10 minutes. This time talking about the wonderful Chingmy, her life and career in the movie business. Mostly with Wong Yu, of course. And then you have Gambling with Success, a 20-minute piece from Frank Zhang about Hong Kong gambling movies. Again, quite an interesting piece. Nice to see him pulling in titles that I actually had forgotten about. But it's a good overall look at that subgenre of Hong Kong cinema, and again, worth checking out for sure. On Challenge of the Gamesters, which was a lot of fun and fantastic to see with subtitles for the first time, you have got the Hong Kong Gamblers and Gangsters poster gallery. Now this only lasts for about a minute, maybe slightly over a minute, but it does display quite a nice collection of Hong Kong posters for each of the films included on this. Following that, we have Destiny's Champion, of course, with T. Leung there. An interesting film, didn't know what to expect, but you have a great piece from Wayne Wong, runs for about 10 minutes, where he discusses T. Leung as a star, basically. Interesting piece, and as always, Wayne is very well presented, well spoken. Godfather of Canton, as I say, there's no extra features on there at all, but the movie itself was pretty cool. I was expecting more of a kung fu fest. Not that at all. There's some fights, of course there are, look who's involved, but it was quite a violent piece. It starts off a wee bit kind of silly and jokey. There's a few humorous moments in there that are almost too wacky, but this very quickly takes a turn, and Gordon does play a wee bit of a darker character, so I really did enjoy it, and I do look forward to going back to that with the audio commentary. And last but not least, we have that earlier Johnny To flick called Loving You, which I really enjoyed. I have to say, I did mention it feels out of place in this box set, but I'm really glad that they did put it out. Saying that, it's something I could see the likes of, say, Vinegar Syndrome putting out as a single title release or something like that. But a beautiful film overall and a lot of fun, some fantastic action, but did not know what to expect, didn't want to read up on it or anything like that. So I went in totally blind and really enjoyed it. Probably one of my favorites of the whole collection, to be honest there. With that, you have a 23-minute interview with the screenwriter, Yao Nai Hoi. I mean, interesting enough, probably a wee bit overly lengthy, but he does discuss, of course, his career, the film, and working with Johnny To there, which he had done quite a bit, of course. But yes, definitely makes for an interesting watch. And finally, we have For the Love of To, a 20-minute piece from David West on acclaimed filmmaker Johnny To, of course. As always, very informative, maybe a little lengthy for its own good there. His voice just does tend to put me into a bit of a daze, but still quite interesting and worth checking out if you want to learn some facts about this incredible director. But overall, a wonderful piece. A box set I just kind of would never imagine putting together. A range of titles there that surprised me, but I don't think it's going to be the last type of box set that we see from Shout Factory going ahead. Just not so much even with the Golden Princess deal, but other titles, all their Hong Kong titles that they may have gotten their hands on there. These, of course, are all from the Shaw Brothers library, but they work. It's an interesting box, and it's probably the best way to get a lot of these out to people without breaking the bank. And of course, not only that, it does carry the spine numbers of 8 to 13 of their new Hong Kong Cinema Classics label, so I really couldn't miss out in putting that on the shelf with all the rest there. Still, I love it. I have no qualms about it whatsoever. I'm absolutely giving this a double thumbs up. Super glad that it's in my collection. Out now to buy from Shout Factory. So thank you once again for watching another video here on Invincible Asia. Don't forget you can check out hundreds of others here on the channel. You can also show your continued support by heading over to my new merch store or by checking out invincibleasia.com, where you can read my full movie reviews and follow me on Instagram at InvincibleAsia. Until next time though, enjoy your Kung Fu and I will see you soon.